Hello. I'm going to be watching Dragon's Den, and you're going to be watching me watching Dragon's Den. And we're going to rate each one out of 5 based on how much I want to buy the product. So let's just start.
Hello Dragons, my name is Terry Dempsey and I'm here representing Urban Bait. I'm looking for an investment.
He's making fishing bait. I guess you could say he's a master at it. I guess you could say he's a master baiter. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Investment of £150,000 for 15% of my business.
150,000 for 15%. I don't know how much, whether that's good or not. Actually, it feels all right. 150 is a lot.
I started carp fishing at the age of 11 years old in London and fished around all the London park lakes.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Pretty sure lake fishing in London parks is illegal. I'm fuming about this. Got to crack open this lovely can of Volvic Touch of Strawberry. And if anyone ever wants to send me seltzers, please do. I love seltzers. Delicious.
What I did do, I learned how to make carp fishing bait from a very young age. By the time I was 19, I'd caught many of the biggest carp in the country and I'd become quite famous. Around 4 years ago...
Not that bloody famous. Never heard of you, fella. Can't be that good at fishing. You're not... I was going to say Tiger Woods, but he's a golfer. You're not that guy from River Monsters? That old show that used to be on TV? No, no, no. You ain't catching those big fish.
I started my own bait company, calling it Urban Bait, and my bait is catching all the biggest carp from pretty much all over Europe.
How do you know that's happening, though? Because nobody's... You haven't got trackers in your bait. How the hell do you know they're catching all the biggest carp in Europe? Why is it only carp? Who eats carp? What are they good for?
My business is growing much quicker than I can handle it. But
that is the first genuine thing I've seen where they go, I haven't got enough money to expand my business despite having all the demand. You always see them where oh, we're already doing bloody fantastic. I'm already in Waitrose. It's like, why do you need the money then? Seems like you're fine. It looks like cereal. I kind of want to eat one.
Meat that's irresistible to carp is the offering from Londoner Terry Dempsey.
There's a lot of products.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Who's seeking £150,000
You want to take a bag?
I'll take a bag, yeah.
Let's take one bag.
Yeah.
in return for a 15%.
I don't think anyone with that accent has ever said, do you want to take a bag, and it be about bait. It's usually about a different white powder, which I can't say out loud on here.
And stake in his business. Peter Jones, familiar with bits and bytes, but not baiting and waiting, wants to find out more.
Sorry, what does that mean? Familiar with bits and bytes, but not baiting and waiting. What does bits and bytes mean?
Terry, is this you in the picture?
Yes.
In both?
Yes.
What's the biggest fish you've ever caught?
The biggest carp I've ever caught is 65 pounds in Croatia. In this country, I've caught them up to 54 pounds. When I grew up, carp fishing was very secretive. If you had a good bait, like one of these, you wouldn't tell a soul. And I sort of was quite underground.
Can I just ask the question, why is it underground?
Carp fishing, the elusive secret underground industry. This man runs a carp fishing mafia. I'm back. I'm telling you, this is so weird. What the fuck?
Carp fishermen are strange creatures. Now, if you are going to go and fish a lake with a big fish in, mum's the word. You know, don't tell anyone where this big fish is, because all of a sudden you'll have guys from Manchester, Liverpool, Southampton, Cornwall and everywhere.
Up the south. It's just insane. How much is carp going for? You don't eat carp, do you? I don't.
everywhere, all turning up to fish. So it was keep it quiet, you know, keep it staunch.
Okay.
And this is how I grew up, carp fishing.
Right, so why is this product different?
We've got our own little technique of making the bait so it's nice and soft and it's digestible to the fish. So when the fish eat it, it goes through them quick, makes them feel good and they eat more. And this is why we believe that our baits work better than others.
Oh my god, he's literally giving them drugs. He's giving the fish drugs to reel them in. That's insane.
And also, it's all manufactured myself.
So when you catch the fish, you put it back in the water?
Put it back. Yeah, we treat them like babies.
Terry, let me tell you why I am. It's really easy for me. I've got absolutely no interest in the product. Actually, the whole catch and release thing makes me feel a little bit queasy.
Yeah.
All right, Deborah. Jesus. Bit queasy. What, to catch them and then put them back? What, would you rather catch them and then leave them out on the side? Bloody hell, Deborah, take a day off. Not everything's going to be interesting to you. It's bait. He's a master baiter, for God's sake. He's a master at baiting.
Yeah.
So I won't be investing.
No,
So
that's fine.
I'm out.
Thank you. And we just
Break even.
broke even, yes. The year before, the net profit was 56.
Okay.
That's because I went to the back end of the business. When we decided to change and manufacture it,
Then he made, I think it said 50 grand in his third year and then broke even in his fourth because of a change in organisation, which does actually happen. That's quite a common thing in most businesses. But breaking even is considerably better than, because if you break even, you can afford to pay everyone, and it means your business is still self-sustaining. It just doesn't mean it's got room for growth. So it's not even that bad, and that's exactly what investments are for. So if any of them chat shit, I'm going to be fuming.
I sort of left the front end, the advertising, alone. I haven't had a sales guy.
Isn't that a bit of an
It
oversight?
is, yeah, totally. I mean, I'm a
But he's done that without a sales guy, so it might be an oversight, but he's still done pretty well, even without any marketing or selling. Again, breaking even isn't that bad. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to be doing.
and I, you
Well, how
know,
many days a year are you spending away fishing?
I'm not at the moment, and that's where I need to be. I need to be
Well,
fishing.
how's that going to help the business?
Oh, he's been tangled in a web here. I don't know why he mentioned he needs to be fishing. I think what he means is he needed to take some time away from the front end so that he could have more personal time to look after himself and his mental health and his regular health. But what he said was, goddamn, give me some goddamn fish, please. Whoa, whoa.
You're rubbing shoulders with all the people who are running all the retail shops and all the distributors.
Networking. You're talking about networking. You don't say you're rubbing shoulders. You don't say you're socialising. You say, I'm networking. That's what I say every Friday when I go down the pub. Instead of sitting here and doing the work for my business degree, I go, no, Professor Dr. Man. I was networking. Say that to your English teacher next time.
It feels like you're running around doing bits here and bits there and not really sure which
Grasping.
one's going to make the difference at
That's
all.
a good point.
You're obviously a legend in your sport, but I'm not that convinced about how good a businessman you are.
I didn't realise it was supposed to be a sport. I thought it was like for being a fisherman. I didn't realise it was actually just like golf. But, I mean, he's doing the role of about 5 people, which he shouldn't be, because that's insane. He needs to hire people, a salesman, a manager, and probably an accountant.
I think I'm a trier.
Okay.
I'm a real hard. I really try hard.
But an investor's got to have a bit more than a trier. And so I wish you all the best. I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
Everyone loves a trier.
He was making profit in the 3rd year and broke even in the 4th year. It's not that he's just trying. He is succeeding while taking a step back. He changed his organisational leadership and still broke even. That's not a bad thing.
What percentage distribution you'd say you have in terms of all the fishing shops?
I reckon in the UK we're in 50% of the shops.
So the upside, I mean,
50% distribution. He's in 50% of all bait shops in the UK, he thinks. If that's accurate, that's actually incredible. That's actually insane. You don't see that from Prime. Prime isn't in 50% of all the fucking supermarkets. Or it wasn't. Shouldn't be. Disgusting.
I mean, if you had 100% distribution, your sales may double to about
Yes.
£1 million.
Yes.
But who are the competitors in this industry and what are their sales?
Oh yeah, if you doubled your distribution, you would double your profits. We probably wouldn't, actually. That's not exactly how it works. But also, what's the point in saying that if he doesn't have 100%?
I've spoken to some of them that are quite open, and they're turning over up to like £4 or £5 million a year.
And they do other things apart from bait.
So they'll be selling bait for match fishing, which is fishing for much smaller fish, not just carp.
Or you could say the world is your oyster because it's still seafood. The world is your salmon. Fuck off. Also, that's incredible. For just carp bait, that's incredible growth opportunity.
480k, you had a drop in sales, you've taken your eye off the ball slightly, and I don't know why you've not made any money.
Yeah,
You really need to understand that,
yeah.
and that's why I'm out.
There may
But he made it incredibly clear at the beginning. He stood back from the front end and like the marketing side, which is why he said he changed the organizational hierarchy, and in doing so probably would cause that problem because he made gross profit, which means all the others is all going to paying staff, which I imagine is what's happened. He's hired a load of staff, which has then brought his costs down, but his sales hasn't risen yet because they need to catch up, which is what happens.
But according to Peter Jones, Terry is still relatively small fry. So will
The announcer is fucking loving these fish puns.
If you'd come in here and said, look guys, I want 50 grand, I want a dragon on board, help me build this business, I might have said to you, it's worth a punt. It's not what you did.
I've done it wrong, didn't I?
For me, you did it wrong. And for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you very much.
He went in asking for a bit too much money for 15% of the business. 15%! And also, you can say, oh, I want to join in, I want to be part of this creatively. You don't have to just go, well, you didn't ask, so I'm just going to fuck off. Sick of it.
Well, Terry, look, you're a really likable guy and you've worked really hard. You've learned the business and you know all of it yourself, but you've manufactured it yourself, so that's impressive too. You know, you're asking for £150,000 and...
Don't drop out. Just hit him with a lower offer, a counter offer. There's no need to go, and I can't do that, so goodbye. Just hit him with a lower offer, see what he says, see how it goes.
I can't see why we couldn't be the biggest in Europe.
He's just switched to a sales mode. He went from being brutally honest to just selling. He's just now selling himself, and yeah. Should have done that 4 dragons ago, but...
I'll tell you where I am.
I'll tell you first, you're on Dragon's Den.
So, I wish you all the best,
Thank you.
but I'm out.
Lovely, thank you.
Cheers, Terry.
Yeah,
Good luck,
thank you.
Terry.
That's bullshit. I'd have invested if I had that. If I had the money of a rich person, I would have invested. Because, why not? There's so much growth opportunity. Fuming. I am. Fuming. Let's move on to the next one. Would I buy the product? I'm not a carp fisher, so no. But would I invest? I'm not a carp fisher, so yes.
Next to enter the den is former dentistry student turned entrepreneur, Sean Ellingworth.
How do you go from being a dentist student to an entrepreneur? What kind of pipeline is that? Also, who wants to study dentistry? I mean, I only say that because I'm definitely terrified of the dentist.
I really hope that the Dragons see the potential in my business today, and I think they would be able to add a lot of value. My name's Sean Ellingworth, and I'm the founder of Buddy's Toothpaste. Today...
What is that? What is this? Why is he such a freak? Why is he What is that? Why has he got a pair of testicles? Oh no, he's got a group of them. Oh my god. Why does he look like he's getting the best top on earth?
Today, I'm looking for £60,000 investment in return for 15% of my business. Public Health England recently reported that a child has a rotten tooth removed in the hospital every 10 minutes.
Sorry, a child has a rotten tooth removed every 10 minutes. That doesn't seem right. How many children are there in the UK? About 10 million at least. I went to school. I didn't know anyone who had a rotten tooth that had to be removed. Oh, actually I did. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's right. I'm hooked. I'm reeled in. Let's see where this goes.
So I commissioned some research which indicated that 42% of parents find that the existing toothpaste ranges don't meet all of their needs. So I developed...
Sorry, what are the needs of children's toothpaste? Tastes nice, cleans teeth. I'll be honest, when I was about 6 years old, I'd have downed a tube of that red and white Aquafresh.
the Buddies toothbrush. And this has a toothpaste cartridge that fits inside the handle of the brush. Then you can press down on the collar of the brush and it will dispense exactly the right amount of paste straight to the bristles of the brush.
She's got a semi-automatic toothbrush. Why is a semi-automatic toothbrush? Oh my god. If this shit is electric as well, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No fuss, no mess. The brush kit also comes with a charger which operates independently as a night.
It is electric. Okay, the nightlight seems a bit useless because you're gonna keep a toothbrush in the bathroom the whole time.
Hoping she's invented the holy grail of oral hygiene, a toothbrush that kids enjoy using, is Sian Ellingworth.
Okay, it is quite heavy.
She's looking...
Easy idea. Here we go, I've just solved it. A toothbrush that just plays the Bluey theme tune. Children are obsessed with that show. I watched my small cousin go from crying to having Bluey shoved in her face, and immediately it was like nothing was ever wrong. Children love Bluey. Just make it a Bluey toothbrush. Easy. I'm a problem solver.
Took it to Boots to find what they thought about it. And I had an amazing response from them. They wanted to launch the toothbrush the following July.
All right, okay.
So that was a bit fast for me to be able to make that.
But did you?
No.
She had the perfect opportunity, a deal with Boots. And instead of negotiating to extend that, or just, working your arse off to get it sorted, she just went, no.
As an unknown brand, they often failed very quickly, and I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to get the sales that they needed within a short time.
It might be a one-hit wonder.
I stand corrected, that's very sound reasoning. I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong. That's very sound.
I think that a retail contract the size of Boots would generate 2 million turnover.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Where she plugged that number from? 2 million turnover for a retail contract the size of Boots, even though she's just said that she didn't do Boots because it's an unknown brand. This is clearly still an unknown brand. I've never even heard of it.
How much have you spent so far in this business?
So I've personally invested at the end of last year 215,000.
Oh.
Yes. I remortgaged my house.
Yes.
Well, what the fuck do you expect her to do? She's got to get the money from somewhere, and people like you don't want to invest.
So you owe the factory some money?
Yes.
What does that retail for?
$34.99.
Ooh, it's expensive. And what do you pay for this?
Well, without the tooling, £10.21. With tooling, £14.17.
That's about a 20 quid profit on each thing. That's not that bad. $34.99 as well for like special toothbrush that'll take care of your kids. That sounds like it's gonna kill them. But like, I feel like parents would pay that. If they're gonna, like, middle class parents would pay that.
Yes.
You've got £134,000 over here,
Yeah.
which they have spent on your tooling. And what they've offered to you is to say your product would normally cost £10.21.
Yes.
But because you can't fund this £134,000,
Yeah.
we're going to charge you £14.14.
Yes.
And we're going to get our money back.
Yeah.
It feels to me like this is one of these products where You've lost a little bit of control and you've found yourself in a position where you're having to see the project through and you've ended up obviously overspending.
She's in a lot of debt. Ugh. And she remortgaged her house, which is a bit crazy to do. I don't know. Take a loan, actually, it's the same thing. I just know they're gonna fucking rinse her and just let her die. Let her die here. Why would they do that?
Can I just interject on that? I want to see it through.
Don't interrupt them. They'll immediately pull out. They have the biggest egos ever, the dragons. Always. If you interrupt them, they go, well, I was going to consider investing, but now that you've interrupted me so rudely, I think I'm going to back out. So it's a no from me. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
It feels to me like this is poised to succeed.
I think the business is too much in debt and you've got a very big hole to fill. And because of that, I'm sadly going to have to say I'm out.
I knew he was going to say he was out. I thought it was going to be because she interrupted him.
Sean, this is a rescue situation. It's not even a turnaround situation. This is a rescue situation for you. I think you know that. You are really up the creek without a paddle or without a toothbrush.
I'm convinced they force them to make lines like that. For example, all the world is just salmon. Fuck off. I don't need these witty remarks.
Without a lifeline, you more or less can write all of this off, because I think you'd be paddling your canoe very, very hard for the next 3 years without a lot.
Why do you think she's there? She's there to get her lifeline. Honestly, they go, oh, without our money, you're going to effectively fail. And for that reason, I'm out.
A lot of progress. So for that reason, I'm out.
I'm a genius. I'm so clever.
Sean, can I just... I too am worried about the product. You know, I'm not going to go over the old ground.
Ugh, Deborah.
So I'm really sorry, Sean, I won't be investing. But I'm out.
More painful extractions for the entrepreneur as
More puns. More puns. They love them. They love the witty puns. They love them more than they like crushing people's hopes and dreams about business.
Whoa. I like the product. I know what I can do with it.
Yeah, it's a toothbrush. You brush your teeth with it.
But it looks like I've got a pair of slippers on to climb a mountain. Yeah? In the financial sense.
What does that mean? You've just gone, oh yeah, got a pair of slippers to climb a mountain with, in the financial sense. You can't just slap in the financial sense. You can't say, oh, I'm shitting in my hands and clapping, in the financial sense. You can't just make up phrases and then go in the financial sense and then we all just get it. And for that reason, he's going to be out.
But you've done great developing this. I'm trying to give her a lifeline. I'm trying to get how I can structure it. Can I make you an offer?
Oh my god, he's making an offer. It's our first offer this entire video.
So my offer is all the money for 44%.
44! Jesus. That's almost a controlling stake, assuming she owns 100% of the business. And if she doesn't, that's a controlling stake. 44%! That's spooky.
a much-needed offer from Tuka Suleiman, but his expertise comes at a cost. 44% of Sean's company, way more than the 15%.
To go into a partnership with Tuka, where I could handle the distribution side of things.
Look, I think Sean is mortgage the house.
He wants the full 44%. He does not want to split it at all. He wants to take all the money and then just let that ship sink. I can tell you for a fact. I can feel it in my bones.
Must now decide if she's prepared to give up 44% of her company for 1 or 2 dragons.
I feel like if you've got to give up 44% either way, you're just going to go for 2 dragons. Because at least then neither of them are you're not at risk of losing possession of the business should you then go off and, you know, sell another 20%. You've still got controlling stake because you got 40%.